Channel switched.
Hi guys, I'm back. I know nothing about this class. It's a 1-2-3 combo, I guess. Big fucking damn, holy moly. Just got here from Novel finishing MSQ, that's nice. Congrats to him. Holy shit, this thing hits hard. Big hits. Just a video. All I need to be able to do is complete the role quests. That's all I gotta do. I think I can already do that. Why is this glowing? Oh, blood gauge. Which one's the blood gauge? That means my blood gauge is full. Alright. So you can pool up to 2 blood gauge spenders of blood spiller. I see that. What the heck is this? What's this? The damage buff? From Edge. Is this the timer? I don't understand what this means. It's like a big purple blob. Does it mean I have 48 seconds of my buff? Executing Edge of Shadow. Timer indicates the duration of Dark Side, which increases damage dealt. Using Edge of Darkness or Edge of Shadow grants Dark Side. Oh, Living Shadow is my pet. That shows the duration of the pet. So this is just showing if I'm failing to keep the buff timer up. There we go. How about we have a simple bar then? Okay, and this is showing how much blood I have, which just means I can spend it on either an AoE blood spender or a single target blood spender. Or on summoning my pet. And I can pool it. Is this the only blood gauge increase? The Soul Eater? It is. Weapon? The fuck is blood weapon? Oh, there it is. Gives you 5 stacks. Each stack increases blood gauge by 10 when you hit stuff. Okay. It's a cooldown that's going to increase my blood gauge generation so I can push more blood spiller. This is more important than that because I need to keep it up for a damage buff. This is just a cooldown that I want to push instantly on cooldown all the time. Right? Does big damage, gives me mana, just push it. So the main thing is, I don't want to overuse Edge of Shadow. The only thing it's really good for is keeping my damage buff up and spending mana. Okay. Push that to not overcap on mana. Push this on cooldown to generate mana. Push this on cooldown, I guess, although it does almost nothing. Push that to spend inside cooldowns. Okay, I get it. I get it. Push this to get a bunch of blood in the opener. And push this to give me 3 free uses, right? Pog. Big Pog, holy fuck. Okay. Alright. And then the AoE combo is a 2-button combo. And I've got an AoE spender. And a charge. I got it. I'm ready to go. Easy. I'm ready for role quests. Next. Next is Scholar, right? Can't change gear when I'm in combat. Scholar. Which one's the Scholar weapon? Book? This book? Alright. We go again. Right click. Remove to remove faster. Is it faster? I don't think it's faster. It's just a different 2 clicks. I think it's the same. Alright. Resurrection. Not an important button, right? Nobody ever dies. Ruin. It's a button that does damage. I thought I cast Broil. Am I wrong about that? Oh, that's level 82. Shit. Okay. Malefic. Well, that goes on 2. Bio is my dot. That goes on alt 1. Okay. I'm ready to play Scholar. What's next? Okay. Alright. We've got a single target heal. That's Benefic. That's alt 4. We've got a fairy. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's 7 for now. I've got another fairy. Are you prettier? You are prettier. Fairy does a thing making people get more health. Bio 2. Oh. Replaces Bio 1. Wait, no, it's already upgraded. I don't have to worry about that. Alright, I don't have to worry about that. Adloquium is my aspected Benefic. Sucker is my aspected Helios. Ruin is already taken care of. Don't need to worry about it. Fey Illumination is make everyone take less damage and more healing. Okay. Ruin 2 is not upgraded Ruin. Well, that's weird. What's Ruin? Oh, it's a mobile cast. Ruin 2 is off GCD. That's made up. It is on GCD instant cast. I feel like that's not necessary. When can you not slide cast? I'm gonna put that here for now. I don't know what I'm gonna bind that to. Where was I? Oh, fairy buttons. Ether flow gives me mana. Probably a cooldown of some kind. Energy drain does damage. We like that. I'm guessing that during this Scholar roll quest, most of what I'm going to want to do is do damage. Less straight. Heal somebody. Art of War. AoEs. That's gravity. Sacred Soil. Does some healing. Indom. Does some healing. Broil, I assume I don't need to worry about. Deployment Tactics is a shielding cooldown. Emergency Tactics is stupid. Dissipation is what is this? Increase healing. Oh, it's a cooldown. Okay. I like cooldowns. Excogitation. Oh, nice. Single target heal. Alright. Royal. Chain Stratagem is a raid cooldown. Ether Pact. I don't know what that is. Fey Union. Some kind of fairy button. It'll explain it in the traits, I'm sure. Fairy gauge for it. It costs gauge and grant gauge. It costs ether flow and grant fairy. Okay. I have 3 options that increase fairy gauge and cost ether flow. Single target heal, sacred soil, indom, and energy drain. And excog. Guaranteed crit on your shield. Fey Blessing. AoE heal from your fairy. Two-minute cooldown Uber Fairy. Shit, I'm actually going to need this for the roll quest, aren't I? Sleep. Cleanse. Lucid Dreaming. Swift Cast. Cast. Rescue. Using Summon Seraph replaces your fairy with Seraph. Fairy gauge indicates how much time remains before she must return. Fairy gauge displays the current amount of Fey ether accumulated within a fairy, which is accumulated by using energy drain, which depletes ether flow, which you get from pushing ether flow. Every 60 seconds, I get 3 stacks. I get 3 coins when I push this. And then I can push this 3 times. And that gives me juice. And then with the juice, I can spend the juice to get other stuff. Fairy stuff. What can I get? I can get Aether Pact. Big ass hot. Is that the only use for the juice? There's no other use for the juice. Huh. Is that the whole... That's the cycle. Push ether flow. Spend money. Push hot. That's it? I don't have like a combo that produces money? I just have to wait? You can eat your fairy and get more money? Hog. I have 2 ways to get money. And then I shoot my money. And I have 5 options for spending my money. Damage. Single target heal. Sacred Soil, AoE, thingy. Big heal. Emergency safety heal. Well. I won't be using those. All I'm doing is roll quests. You think I'm gonna spend my money on healing? I know how this game works. More damn. That's all I need is more damn. So now means I have more keybinds, which is nice. Do the fairies do any damn, or do they just kind of fly around? And I guess they heal. Yeah. This lets me get a guaranteed crit big ass heal. And I can't use it on damage. I could use it on Indom or XCOG if I wanted. I don't have light speed. This feels so strange. I'm used to light speed. For a long time I thought light speed was something all healers had. Only goes off if I go below 50. Or expires. Okay, nice. What do I want to do with my bars? Ether flow every 60 seconds. And then dissipate every 3 minutes. Both of which do the same thing. They both give me money. And I can spend the money. Having spent money, if I want... Where'd my fairy go? Oh yeah, I ate her. Okay. she'll come back eventually, and then I can spend her juice on a hot. And I should just kind of push it whenever I've got juice and someone needs healing, I guess. When does she come back? After 30 seconds. Now I can juice up. Heal me, baby. Okay. All right. I have too many buttons and not enough things to put on those buttons, kind of. I can make my fairy heal everyone on a 1 minute cooldown. I can make my fairy help us heal on a 2 minute cooldown. I can make my fairy heal everyone on 1 minute cooldown. Those are good. I think I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to put that there. And I'm gonna put these down here like so. And then I need to keybind Sucker, which is after Alt 4. And it is Alt 6. Oh, I also need to keybind Lucid Dreaming. And that's after Alt tilde. And that's Alt F. Okay. I think I'm ready for old quests. Oh, fancy. But I think I've already... Oh, it's for Summoner. Thank you very much for saying I will need something for Summoner. I think I'm done. Oh, what is all this stuff? I've never seen this before. What is this bar? What the hell? A pet hotbar? The fuck am I gonna do with this? Make the pet go away. Make the pet follow you. Make the pet move. Make the pet stay. Make the pet do nothing. There we go. Holy shit, simple's really simple. Okay, I'm ready to do the roll quest on Skull. This is a weird gravity. Whoa, it's instant? Alright, I CBA. No wonder they don't have light speed. They can just run around not casting all the time. Thanks. How would I ever use physic? Wouldn't. Place. I want to see what my fancy seraph looks like. You do glitter. You wanna... Does she not do that? What does she do? Just veil. Consolation. She doesn't do this. She just does it until she runs out of gauge. Interesting. Okay. I'm 90% certain I'll be able to do roll quests with what I know right now. I think I'm going to change that. Bonk. They're giga hard. Uh-huh. I'm sure. Pick left straight? Why? The healer roll quests, I'm 90% certain, will be about killing things. I'm gonna spend all my money on damage. Pew pew. Let's see if I regret it. I can do that if I need to heal. I'll be fine. I can do this if I need to heal. Good. Good. Alright, now I need Summoner, and I was just gifted by Presea a Summoner's book. I'm gonna need to go buy some stuff. Oh shit, where do I get the Soul Crystal? Probably from job quests. So for the summoner, since it wasn't part of the boost, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more than just the role quest. I'm gonna have to do all the job quests and buy some gear. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is buy some gear. I think that's unsmart. Magical range DPS 530. Alright, what do I need? I need... Nope, that's the wrong one. Why does it say Thaumaturge? Ah, there's different ones. Okay, that's fine. So, I need this. And this. And this. And this. And... this, for now. How do I update this set? How do I update it? I forget. Go on the left. Perfect. Thank you. Probably by the time I do the role quests on Scholar and Dark Knight, maybe I'll have done some dungeons as well and get a few more tomes and finish up this gear. You missed your drop zone? Did I? Hold on, let me equip it real quick. Which one? Is it the Dark Knight, the Scholar, or the Dragoon? I'm just gently trolling you guys. Since you were gently trolling me. I'm not looking at that ridiculous squirrel. There's no way. We're turning it into a small set of shape-looking things. Wait, what's that? What's that bar? Well, let's see what it looks like. Wait, where are my buttons? Is this it? Where's my scroll wheel? I need the jobstone? Oh, okay. That's fair. Well, that's gonna be hard to... I'll probably have to kill something to get my scroll wheel, so... Ruin 3 does damn. Precious Brilliance. Channels the energy of an active elemental to do AoE dam. Does AoE dam. Summon an emerald carbuncle and make it do stuff, including damage. It gives you wind stuff and other things. Wow, that's a lot of words. Summon topaz. They're the same thing but different, right? Topaz versus yellow or green. Resurrection goes on AR. Energy drain is a thing. This costs currency. This. How are these different? Oh, this is AoE spender, and this is single target spender. Very good. You need all of them? Topaz is different from elemental? From emerald? 4 stacks of wind, 4 stacks of earth. I see. Okay, they're different. And there's a red one too. Single target. Ether charge. Physic. Shield. And a blue one. Addle. Sleep. Lucid dreaming. Swift cast, I don't know. Sure cast. Ruby and topaz stuff. I need sprint. Teach me how to copy bars. Why do I need to copy bars? Oh yeah, when I get my job stone, they all blank out. That's right. Yeah, I saw that when I went from Lancer to Dragoon.
Yeet.
Yeet. So I have 4 summons, and then I have a button that does damage based on the summon, and then I have Ether Charge makes you do more damage for 15 seconds. That's a cooldown. What a weird cooldown. Why does it say 58.38 seconds? Is this scaling with my spell speed? I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Man, imagine if light speed and shit like that scaled with your spell speed. This is a 1-minute cooldown, and this is a money spender. Using energy drain gives you money, and then I can. It's exactly like this color. Pushing this button allows me to push this button. Is that it? Is that the whole thing? For now, that's the whole thing. Trance gauge indicates time remaining for the effects of Ether Charge, which is a 1-minute cooldown GCD that makes me do more damage and does stuff. Executing this grants Ruby Arcanum, used to summon the Ruby Carbuncle. On reaching level 15, it grants Topaz for the summoning of Topaz, and Emerald for the summoning of Emerald. Each summon will tap into its thing and give you stuff. Okay. Good enough for now then. I spam Ruin. And push a pet. This is off GCD, right? No, it's a GCD. Okay, I have a pet. Now what? Is that it? Am I done? Oh shit, I can summon a new pet. Now I can make my Ruby guy do a thing. Oh, he's willing to do it again. But now he's not. Now he is. Oh, there's a certain number of numbers below there. And now we're pushing one again. This is weird. Do I really just... I just rotate through the pets? And I spend their currency? And then when I'm on my normal pet, I'm out of currency. Then I spam ruin. Okay. So I don't need this button. That's gonna go on the same button as like my summon pet button. Yeah, it's like summoning my fairy on a scholar, right? Not something I track. I'll probably need that button later. So I'll wait for then. Look at all these buttons I have room for. Okay. Let me finish these carrots, guys. Do you think people would be mad if I went ahead and did the job quest to get my jobstone? It's not MSQ. I can do that, right? Alright. Hey guys! Where do I go to do that? Limsa Luminsa. Imagine if I was actually doing this tomorrow. With everyone coming to watch the MSQ, we finish doing twinning, you know. We start doing role quests. I swap to the summoner. All my bars are wrong. They're like, equip your jobstone! That would be funny. Is it this? I don't even know what to do. Oh, this says it's that. Austerity's a flame. Do it now, don't equip it. And I'm not that mean, but that does sound funny. I remember talking to this guy when Tataru wanted to become a summoner and she failed. This was the guy that tested her. Sag. Remove minion names from your screen. How do I do that? I'm down. Greetings, Robin. We have an intriguing matter to discuss. A request has come to our guild from the Sons of Saint Koinek, an organization of some of the finest minds in Eorzea, and they've asked for you by name. It appears that the research the Sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an Arcanist. Specifically, one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the primal Ifrit. I must admit to some curiosity as how these scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits. I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you would answer this request, you'll find your contact a researcher by the name of Ymitra at Apkalu Falls in the nation of Gridania. Ymitra is Yshtola's sister who was very helpful in pulling Yshtola naked out of the live stream after we lost her at the end of ARR. Go talk to Yshtola's sister. Character, display names, others, pet display names to never. Alright, hold on a second. Character. Display names. Others. Pet display names is never. 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 They're already never. Unless I missed something? Own? Own. Pet. Never. That's what you meant? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's go find Ymitra. Those are not pets. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What do you want me to change? NPCs. Minions. This one? Okay. Now we're good? Okay. Good. Yeah, the bluebird's no longer there. I'm actually kind of glad that it's going to erase these bars because I'm probably going to want to reorganize it. If this is really close to all there is, I'm going to want to reorganize it a little bit. Straight to job quest. I'm going to go ahead and do some of the summoner stuff to catch it up to the Dark Knight and the Scholar, so they're all in the same place for tomorrow. You are Robin Gilson, I assume. Indeed, we've met before. Thank you for coming. My name, as you have obviously surmised, is Ymitra. I'm a member of the Sons of St. Koinak. Ours is a Sharlayan order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allegan Empire. In that regard, we've recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordana. We've had a lot of dealings with the Sons of St. Koinak because they were the ones that we were working with during the Crystal Tower questline. I still remember our curved pink dildo. I mean, key. Explosive device. Thing. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a set of Allegan mages known as summoners. These were arcane practitioners who had the ability to siphon the essence of the primals and manifest the stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an egg. Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, then we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, a monumental obstacle to realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the Beastman's savage deities, you must defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under his belt may even begin on the path to becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come to me in the west of Bayergot Strike in southern Fanalan, where we will conduct a ritual of summoning the austerities of flame. Ultra Foyer, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate the support. I'm very grateful. I'm glad you are enjoying the stream. Thank you. Is this the beginning? So there's probably more summoner quests before this. And I would need to go back and do them in New Game Plus? No, those would have been Arcanist quests. These are the very beginning of the summoner quests. Alright, cool. Alright, so we've learned that the Alligans had some ability, and we're going to try to copy it, of turning our defeated primals into obedient incarnations. Alright, alright. I'm down. That is the wrong button. I need to summon the bunny. Might as well put it on 2, because I've got nothing else worth putting on 2. I never thought there'd be a day where I didn't fill more than 2 of my main buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aren't even filled out. I haven't done any of the quests. I'll be doing the job quests of interesting jobs after I'm done with the MSQ. That this is only in order to get the summoner ready for the role quests. I will be back in 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to grab a drink, if that's all right with you, and then I'll be right back, and we'll continue this. Okay, my friends? Back in a couple minutes. How dare you fly? I don't know. Sometimes I can fly, and sometimes I can't. It's a mystery. All right, let's talk to Mitra and see what we can learn. Greetings to you once more, Robin. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let's proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would perform these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matched the aspect of the avatar they wished to call. Only in such a place can you sufficiently shift your etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is strong here in the Sagoli Desert. I think there's no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It appears of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now, you must focus. Visualize the ether flowing through you, a vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force will spawn an egg wreathed in flames. Be aware, however, that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish yourself as its master. The path of the summoner is fraught with peril. Alright, let's go see if I can do this. I hope it doesn't take all my buttons away. That would be awkward. Good, we're fine. Well, I guess we'll get going. Wait, why is he taking no damage? That's invulnerable. Okay. But this one? Okay, we're good. We're good! I'm gonna need to change these. If that's the main button I'm gonna be spamming, then it should be on my main bar. Also, I want to make this bigger so I can see the charges easier. The ether flow seems really unimportant. It just holds 2 charges, right? And that means I can push this button twice? Right? Like, is there any reason to see this at all? Go away. But this, I kind of want to see. Let's see how I feel about that. Switch to pretty. I don't want to see a squirrel in my bars all the time, man. Most impressive, Robin. The fireborn egg has submitted to your will. You've mastered the austerities of flame, and that is no small feat. Pray, let us return to Apkulu Falls so we can further discuss your achievement. She lied. She didn't actually give this to me. Not gonna be a squirrel. Does that change what the gauge looks like? Yes. Guys, I don't want to be mean. In fact, I desperately try to avoid being mean most of the time, but do you realize how much it saddens me? How depressing I find it that the most excitement you've expressed about this entire job is the look of the gauge. I'm so sad. I mean, I'm done to main summoner. If it's really this easy and does competitive damage while being easy, that makes it a better progression spec than something that's hard. This is a truly momentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. You must know more of the avatar you have bound. Same exact reason why I'm thinking of that. Instead of leveling an astrologian on Robin, I may level a white mage instead. In the ancient tongue of the Allegan Empire, it would be known as the Ifrit egg, where egg translates approximately to pure, or the essence of. In short, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of the Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it's not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You've proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet, be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the Egg of Fire. I suggest you fix your gaze on a servant of unyielding stone. It's okay to have simple jobs. I strongly agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Dancer is a fairly simple job that I've played quite a bit. That I love, right? It's fairly simple, but it's really fun. Fun and simple are not mutually exclusive, just like complex and fun aren't always the same either, right? Not everything that's complex is fun, and not everything that's simple isn't fun. You once seized victory against the Primal Titan, didn't you? Though I admit I'm eager to progress directly to the austerities of Earth, we must be careful not to overtax your reserves of strength. Rest well. Spend some time to grow accustomed to your newfound abilities. Once you feel prepared to continue with our historic research, you will find me here awaiting your arrival with barely constrained impatience. It was a dot job and they removed the dots. Yeah, and there aren't any dot jobs. And there is, right? I guess Black Mage probably still has a dot, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know enough about the classes to be able to comment interestingly about the benefits or costs of having changed things. Rest well. Alright, let's get some resting, and then we can continue next summoner quest. We got a stone, and we got summon Ifrit, which replaces the ruby squirrel. And it gives 2 stacks of fire attunement, and I don't really understand what the rest of that means. But I guess it means push the other button. I'm now a summoner. Rip UI. Yep, rip UI. That's okay. I'll put it together again real quick. I guess I don't have to drag them all off. Yeah, I do. Try Disaster. Did that say Try Disaster? That's a really cool name. Hotbar copy ACN1 SMN1. That didn't work. Oh, that's only one. I have to do that for each one. Hotbar copy ACN2 SMN2. Hold on, we need to do some copy pastings. Ah. Nice, that's a cool trick. I wish I had had this trick on my Dragoon. How many bars do I have? More. Whoops. Turns out that wasn't the right number. Good enough? I think that's good enough. So my red thing became Ifrit instead. This is gonna go there. This is gonna go there. This is gonna go there. And let's see what other buttons we got. Ruin is on my bars. Is Ruin 2 just upgraded Ruin 1? 270 damage. Yeah. Summon. Shield me. Heal me. Ether charge. Increasing the potency of Ruin, Ruin 2, Ruin 3, and Outburst. Grants Ruby, Topaz, and Emerald. You have to push this in order to be able to get to these, I guess. And I can either single target with my primals or AoE with my primals. Okay. This becomes Titan. Pain Flare. A new button. Costs gauge. Oh, it's the AoE version of Fester? Yeah, it's the AoE version of Fester. Tri-Disaster is an upgraded version of a button I already had that does AoE damage. So on a 60-second cooldown, I get 2 coins, and I can push 2 Festers or 2 Pain Flares. Once a minute. Hey, Katie. Good night. Have a wonderful evening. Man, that's kind of underwhelming. Summon Garuda comes later. I don't have these buttons yet, do I? But I can go ahead and put them on my bars now, can't I? Energy Siphon. Deal AoE damage, and it gives Ether Flow. Oh, shares a recast with Energy Drain. Oh my god, it's just the AoE version of Energy Drain. Jesus Christ. Okay. AoE plus 2 AoE money spenders, or single target plus single target spenders. Okay, alright. I'm not even sure I need this on my bar, but we'll see. Ruin gets upgraded. Dreadworm Trance. Is that just an upgraded version of this? It is, isn't it? That's an upgraded version of Ether Charge. Am I wrong? I bet it is. So I don't need it on my bar. Astral Flow channels the energies of your active trance to do a thing. Don't know what that means. It's a GCD button. It's off GCD? Are you sure? It has a recast of exactly my GCD, so that would surprise me to hear. Ruin does AoE. You know what? I don't think I'm going to add all these to my bars, because I don't understand them yet. I guess I could put this on my bars, because that's my cooldown. And I've already got it. And I've already got this. This button's available. So how does this work? Does unexpected damage target all enemies nearby it if you're under the effect of Further Ruin? What is Further Ruin? Grants further ruin upon executing energy drain or energy siphon. Okay, so after I push my 1 minute cooldown, then I can do this once. Right? I can do this twice and this once. Okay. Searing Light. Don't have. Try Disaster. I do have. Don't have. That replaces buttons. So I don't need to worry about them. These all can't be put on a hotbar. Alright, I've got all my buttons right now. Titan's essence infuses your aura, Robin. I foresee no further obstacles preventing us from attempting the next ritual. Shall we proceed with the austerities of Earth? I have every confidence that you will succeed in binding Titan Egg to your will. According to my research, the most suitable location for the ritual is a place found to the southwest of Alder Springs in the North Shroud. A heretofore buried layer of ancient rock exposed by the violent upheavals of the calamity has lent the surrounding area an overwhelming earthen aspect. The conditions will be perfect. I will await you at our destination, Robin. Yeah, like this. I might like that. Or, ooh, maybe I like that. I think I like that. I do like that. Okay. Summoner feels complicated reading tooltips. It does. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand from the tooltips. A lot of buffs and stuff, but it boils down to very simple things. When I push Energy Drain, I can then push 2 Festers and a Ruin 4, which does really good damage. Want to use it at some point for sure, and it's instant cast, so you can use it for movement. If I prefer for AoE, I can do the AoE version. And activating these things, I open with Ether Charge, and that's going to let me activate these things and kind of rotate through them, and then push a better button. It kind of boils down. Yeah. I think I'll get it soon. The main thing is coming up with the right way to make the buttons feel like they're flowing correctly. The ritual you are about to perform is no different from the austerities of flame. Instead of fire, however, you will concentrate on shifting your etheric balance toward the spectrum of Earth. Once you have achieved the required state of earthen affinity, the primal's captured essence will tumble forth and coalesce into the stony form of Titan Egg. As before, you must demonstrate unflinching authority if you would convince the newborn avatar to heed your comrades. Let us begin. Took a few dungeon runs to get a good setup. Yeah, that's so true. I redid my Dragoon bars after I got a bunch more buttons for that exact reason. You don't know how you want to push the buttons until you've done it a little while, how you want it to flow. You are super yellow today. Do I have a pet? Nope. I'm gonna need to move my dot somewhere else. It's interesting that each of these elementals have different... Whether it's instant or not is different. Huh. Whoa, that's fast, too. That's really fast. That last one I pushed had a faster GCD. I got 2 cast spells for my first elemental, and then I got 3 instants, and then I got 4 instants, or something like that. I'm not sure. Well done, Robin. Uh-oh. Somebody's mad. 244. So you get 2 casts that you need to be able to cast. And then 4 instants that are slow, and then 4 instants that are fast, and then you're back into your original version. And I assume that the sliding bar, I cast my thing that activates my pets. And then the counting down bar, that's how long it is until I'm actually in the cycle. Until then, I'm pushing Ruin. That gives me a measure of exactly how long I have, I think. I come in search of Allegan relics, and what do I find but a pair of incompetent dabblers? By what just of fate did you chance across such undeserved power? There are 2 more summons on the rotation. Oh, I'll need to fix my bars when I get them. Who might you be, sir, to so boldly question our accomplishments? If you have indeed unlocked the secrets of summoning, then you must be in possession of the very treasure I seek. How terribly convenient. I need only slay you both and take what I need from your bloody corpses. Okay, that's fairly rude. Odds below, a summoner. But how? Cease your infantile prattle. The continuation of my divine work far outweighs the worth of your pitiful life. Sure. Oh my god, that's a long cast. That's a swift cast next time. Why do you struggle so? Your unwillingness to accept oblivion but delays the inevitable. It's longer than the GCD. I mean, I don't... Are you saying it's a longer GCD? Does Swiftcast not work? Or you can Swiftcast it, but you're still sitting there twiddling your thumbs, not doing anything? I'll test it myself. You guys are disagreeing. Heed me, avatar of infernal flame. Incinerate these fools in an all-consuming hellfire. It's still better to Swiftcast if you're going to be forced to get hit by something, or it's still instant when you Swiftcast it, right? So I could have not gotten hit by that thing. What? Feel nature's fury, you vile blackguard. I tire of this childish game. Thank your gods for granting you another day of miserable existence. Okay, he's leaving. He's gone. What a decidedly unpleasant fellow. No, Kachan, I'm nowhere near Endwalker. I'm doing some job quests to catch my summoner up to the rest of my jobs so that I can do the role quests in Shadowbringers tomorrow. I suggest we return to Upkalu Falls. I have no desire to linger here and chance another encounter with whomever that deranged mage was. Okay. I'm just gonna plug along and do all these job quests until we get caught up to the spot that the Dark Knight and Scholar are at. I must say I didn't expect to meet another practitioner of the summoning arts. And I also did not expect to be suddenly fighting for my life. What precious treasure do we carry this callous stranger was so willing to kill us to possess it? Such mysteries aside, I'm most glad you were able to secure Titan Egg before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without his protection, I doubt we'd have survived that conflagration. The Egg of Earth, as was so aptly demonstrated, is not a force to be trifled with. You should certainly take the time to explore its capabilities as well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect other magics at your disposal. Meanwhile, I shall confer with my colleagues in the Sons of St. Quinic and see what I might learn of that hostile summoner. We shall meet anon. And now I have Titan, which is better. Next. How fared you with your training, Robin? For my part, I had some success in uncovering the identity of our mystery attacker. We knew that our assailant was capable of summoning Ifrit Egg, so I perused the records of past expeditions for those who claimed to have triumphed against the Lord of the Inferno. Of these victorious primal hunters, there were 8 names listed as present, whereabouts unknown. After eliminating unlikely candidates based on race and gender, I was left with but a single name, Tristan. How do you feel about Final Fantasy allowing all jobs in one character? It has its pluses and its negatives. I'm not sure which one I like better. It's nice to... It makes it more like an MMO. It makes it more like an RPG, I should say, because you can really invest in one character, do everything with one character, and truly feel... Really identify with that character in a way that in WoW, where I have 10 characters, I don't identify with any of them. So it's more RPG-ish. On the other hand, I can't do multiple clears per week on the same character in different jobs, right? In WoW, if I want to do a run on my priest and a run on my paladin, I can. I can get gear on both of them at the same time. One each week. I can't in Final Fantasy, right? I was doing astrologian stuff, but I wanted to play my dancer, but I basically couldn't. In terms of gearing it up, obviously. Very sad. So there's pluses and minuses. You're more invested in your RPG character, but it's not really an alt. You can't gear up your dancer and your astrologian. I can't do progression on both, you know? Sad. Of these victorious primal hunters, there were 8 names listed as present, whereabouts unknown. Yes, alright. Tristan. Assuming the records are accurate, this hewer was once registered as a soldier in the Immortal Flames. As to how the mankind by its skills as a summoner, or why he sought to kill us, I remain woefully ignorant. Nevertheless, I have witnessed him use the art of summoning for casual brutality, and that I cannot countenance. This power should never be employed for the sake of tyranny or personal gain. It was meant to oppose such evils. It's our responsibility to bring this Tristan to justice. Should we stand idle, his reprehensible actions could stain the good name of future summoners who have yet to answer their calling. The art itself could be outlawed, the very mention of it taboo. Now, through my inquiries, I was able to determine that a war comrade from Tristan's days in the military resides in Little Alamigo. I ask you to pay a visit to this former soldier and learn what he knows of our callous villain. Alright. I'll pay a visit to Little Alamigo. Freedom for Alamigo. We freed Alamigo. We freed Lil Migo and all the Lil Migos living there. They're now all working in the sultry, making Lilo money. So that was, I'm going the wrong way. That was time well spent.
Yeet.
Nizzle McSquizzle Shizzle. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you very, very much. Weird they still live there. I mean, can't expect the world to be perfectly reflective of everything you've done. That would be a cool game, but it does make sense. Seems like Tristan wasn't telling tall tales after all. He said I could expect some primal added sod to show up and start asking questions. Why don't you stay here and play with some friends of mine? I have a message to deliver. He's all yours, ladies. I'm about to get beat up. They make some nice sounds, though. I think she liked that. It did sound like she enjoyed it, yeah. So this is instant. No Final Fantasy. This is just catching up my summoner to the same stage as my scholar and my Dark Knight, so that I can do the role quest tomorrow. I decided this doesn't really count as cheating you guys out of Final Fantasy content, although it is, I guess, playing through the summoner job questline. But oh well. You are set upon. The fiend is one step ahead of us. I'd wager 10 years of dig site findings that Tristan warned his old allies long before he set foot in that settlement. Listen. Me doing a little bit of summoner job questline is just a reward for those people who are watching my WoW stream. The excessive loyalty, you know? Doing main MSQ as Dragoon, yes. Robin is a Dragoon. That is Robin's identity. I'd wager 10 years he warned his old allies. That's right. They thought you were tempered, a mortal in thrall to a primal's will. In addition to being ruthless, it appears our opponent is highly intelligent and not quite as deranged as I first assumed. Am I stealing the reward? Nope, you're just reaping the rewards that other people harvested. It's good. Gonna do NG plus for other jobs? Yes. Never played WoW. You're doing re-clears. Race is over. You guys do re-clears for fun. There's one more patch coming. There's one more patch coming in probably a few weeks where you can go back and do the old raids of this expansion with affixes at a harder level and get better gear. And we'll probably do something with those with that new patch. Such a level of planning hints at the existence of some greater scheme, but that is still all we know. For the moment, we must be content with the knowledge that he perceives us as a threat and is aware of our efforts to track him. Speaking of which, you did very well to survive the trap into which I blithely sent you. I must apologize for my carelessness. I will not underestimate this man again. On a happier note, however, my efforts to decipher the elegant text proceed apace. Here, read this. With your skills already tried and tested against the eggs, you should have little difficulty mastering a secondary summoning technique such as this. Put the day's disaster behind us and focus on the wonders that lie ahead. Oh, I already have that. Or I don't, but I already put it on my bar. Any chance we'll make 16? Any chance you'll play 16? Almost certainly I'll play some other Final Fantasies. Pain Flare is the AoE version of Fester after pushing the AoE version of Energy Drain. Greetings, Robin. It's good to see you, but I have yet to ascertain Tristan's ultimate objective. I only know he's cunning and brutal and will stop at nothing to achieve his purpose. As matters stand, we but chase after this man's shadow. Such a straightforward pursuit will, I believe, leave us ever one step behind. You can mix them up, yeah, but why would you, right? Our sole advantage is the treasure we possess that Tristan appears to covet. Eventually, his desire will bring him to us. Where and when Tristan will strike I cannot say, but it is unlikely to be on a field of our choosing. I suggest we prepare for this inevitable conflict as best we may. As fortune would have it, the ruins of Mordana may have provided us with a new source of strength. Word among the sons is that a set of evokers attire has been unearthed. Evokers? You copied evokers from World of Warcraft's upcoming Dragonflight expansion. I can't believe the temerity. Hey, Shatan. Made during the reign of the Allegan Empire, these enchanted garments were sewn for the exclusive use of summoners. I can only imagine the degree to which they will enhance your already impressive powers. The man supervising the excavation efforts at St. Coinix Find, Rambros, is a dear friend of mine. In light of our circumstances, I am certain he will consent to a request that you be allowed to don the attire. Shall we pay him a visit? I remember Rambros. Rambros was that nice man who helped us break our way into the Crystal Tower. Posted some Robin art. Ooh, link it. Hit the chat with the link. We'll take a look. Unauthorized Final Fantasy. So apparently I need to do the Summoner job quest, and I thought, well, it's technically not cheating on everyone that likes watching me do Final Fantasy if all I'm doing is catching the Summoner up to where the Scholar and the Dark Knight already are. Right? Let me take a look at this Robin art. Oh my lord, you're so talented. That's awesome. Damn. Yo, maybe, Shatane, you should DM me on Twitter and we can talk about getting some Robin emotes or something for the stream. That might be cool. If you take commissions, I think the stream might enjoy some Robin emotes. Since Robin is now my main character in my main game, Final Fantasy. Art is beautiful because Robin is beautiful and because someone exhibited talent and creativity. Ah, Yamitra. I suspect you'd make an appearance before long, and I presume this fine gentleman is the new summoner I've heard so much about. Hopefully, the first of many. Now, tell me, Rambros, has the discovery of Allagan made Evoker's attire been confirmed? It has. Truly an historical find. Then I would ask a boon of you, my friend. You recall the predicament of which I spoke. Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if you would consider allowing Robin to wear the Allagan garments. Well, he is a summoner after all. And I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect the attire will have on one with the appropriate training. This is 45. I'm not sure where we are. Yeah, I don't know how long and how many there are, but right now we've been going and defeating incarnations of the primals in order to demonstrate our mastery over their etheric flow. We have two. We have Ifrit and Titan. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on the part of our excavation team. 'Tis a frustrating task at times, and I fear they will be loath to part with the garments without some measure of recompense for their efforts. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosities of Allagan construction were known as Mirror Knights and have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mordona. Needless to say, they pose a dangerous threat to our excavators. I suggest you speak with my 3 field researchers and dispose of any such nasty hindrances to their work. I dare say they will then gladly surrender the pieces of the attire they hold. Once I have confirmed our dig site suitably empty of armored horrors, I will see you rewarded with the garment that I myself recovered from the ruins. So the only thing I really don't understand about Summoner right now is it a timer? Or is it just you can't go to the next one, right? What makes it decide, okay, now you can summon Ifrit? Is it a timer? After you pushed Ether Charge? I don't get it. Can I just do it whenever I want? I know I need Carbuncle out to summon them. I know that. It's a timer. Okay. So I push Ether Charge, and then for a certain amount of time, I'm not allowed to push my elementals. And then, after it runs out, then I can push one. Can I choose which one? Or does it have to be in a particular order? I can choose. Interesting. Push Ether Charge. 15 seconds later, I'm able to start summoning these. I summon one. I use its 4 charges, or 2 charges, and then I can summon another one, and then I can summon the last one. And then we're spamming Ruin until this comes back. Okay. A Mirror Knight lurks over yonder. I can scarcely think straight with that thing wandering about. Oh god, it's approaching. It died. Oh, there's another one. I'm not in a duty, so these are actually level 45. You have my thanks. Now I might finally be able to concentrate on my tasks. If I'm not mistaken, you are in search of the Evoker's attire? I have one of its wondrous pieces right here. You are most welcome to it. How long does this last? Is it permanent now? I haven't used them, so I can... There's no time limit. As long as you use all of your buttons within the 1 minute time of ether charge, you haven't lost anything. So maybe sometimes you want to save Emerald for some movement, maybe. Praise the gods! Ambrose said an adventure would be a long... Please, you must destroy that horrid construction. Yeah, you want to use it on cooldown, and you don't want to lose any of the uses you could have had. But currently, my 3 elementals buttons, which is 10 total, wouldn't fill that cooldown. I have some ruin pushes to happen during that, so I could save something for, you know, a burst phase or a movement phase, as long as I'm not wasting anything. Currently. That might change. Thank you for illuminating the source of my recent nightmares. I do not ordinarily stutter so, you see, but abject terror has that effect on folk. Now, I hear from Mitra that you have need of this Allegan garment. I should be glad to see it put to practical use rather than shut away in some dusty vault. This is a long stream? Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe I won't actually finish all these job quests tonight. It depends. I'm not tired right now. We're good to go. You get less and less ruins on your way to 90? Fair enough. Mirror Knights. They have become quite bothersome. I would be most appreciative were you to eliminate the creaking pest which has been plaguing me of late. You don't look like Urianger. How is a human not tired after 13 hours of streaming? I think that the mistake you may have made is in thinking that what I'm doing is work. It's a common mistake because most people look at what a streamer does and imagine how difficult it is and how only superhumans can manage it. But in reality, despite appearances, it's quite easy. I just kind of sit in a chair and play video games, which is not nearly as draining as most people think. Fascinating. I never thought I'd be fortunate enough to observe a conflict against an Allegan construction at such close quarters. I'm memeing, of course. This is very difficult. It's so hard. I don't think you guys can even imagine the strain I'm under. This has been a deeply enriching experience. If the price is to be my piece of the Evoker's attire, then so be it. When do you eat? Well, normally I eat at the end of my stream. Or I skip food for the day. That happens sometimes. But today, chat, today my 14-year-old daughter baked salmon and roasted carrots and brought me a plate of dinner. I gotta say, that was pretty pog. It was really good salmon too. The first few years of changing diapers and feeding the baby, those are pretty rough, but now it's all starting to pay off. The champion of my researchers returns. That's cute. It is cute, but it's not just cute. She's also actually a very good cook. The fish was good. She did a really good job. Streamer, wait, why are we concerned? She's my daughter. Age 14, train them to bring you food. Age 16, get them to your upgrades. I tried to get them interested in World of Warcraft during the heinous phase of island farming last expansion. But all it took was one island for them to both say, why on earth would I do something this stupid and boring? You idiot old man. I'm gonna go play Minecraft now. I tried with both of them too. With the ruins now free of mirror knights, the excavations can proceed at a far more satisfying pace. Trembling in fear for one's life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts that have a tendency to crumble into dust. With the ruins now free, I thought I pushed enter. You have performed a valuable duty, Robin. As promised, you shall have the summoner's garment uncovered by my own hand as your reward. Ah, yes. Yumitra mentioned she would await you at Apkalo Falls. There was no doubt in her mind you would succeed here. I think that my youngest daughter would enjoy Final Fantasy. I need to maybe buy her a license so that she can play on another PC. I wouldn't be surprised if she enjoyed it. Because she played it for a few hours one day and she was enjoying it. It's a great game for children. The MSQ is a great game for children just because it's a great single-player game and it's not particularly difficult in terms of combat. She could do that without being, you know, the best MMO player ever. She's 9, right? So I don't know. I'm curious how she would react to some of the plot points, actually. I feel like she might hate the game after the Bloody Banquet and hate me for introducing her to the game. She's not a fan of people dying. Too young for emotional damage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. Doesn't require rating skills. Yeah, absolutely not. Cape Westwind was actually way more challenging than I think anything I've done in leveling in WoW or in Final Fantasy. Surprisingly so. It was not at all in line with the normal casualness of content. It wasn't hard. It was fine, but it was more difficult than most of the stuff you would see. This was how the summoners of old were clad. Well, more or less. It's unfortunate the ruins have yet to surrender their final piece to the suns. These garments, aside from the coloring, are identical to the garb Tristan wore. You will find no edge against you through his equipment. When next you face that murderous cad, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented summoner. Hey Kayla, what's going on? To that end, it is time you drew on your experience of defeating the primal Garuda. Her aura of fickle violence is palpable upon you. It's daunting to imagine an egg born of the Lady of the Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitably airy location in which to perform the austerities of wind. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare yourself body and mind for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. Alright, let's go get our last elemental button. I sense Garuda's restless essence railing within the confines of your etheric channels. It's time we granted it release with the austerities of wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purposes. You're familiar with the floating city of Nim in outer Lamosia? As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I'm quite excited to see this new egg. Finished the gig watching the homie at McDonald's. I hope your gig went well, my friend. I really, truly do. I still think you ought to record it sometime. Let me show it on stream. Could be fun. I have to do job quests on the Summoner because I boosted the Scholar. And I will eventually be going back and doing with New Game most of the job quests. Any of them that are interesting. And these Summoner ones aren't bad. The initial concept of how the Summoner works was pretty interesting. And obviously you guys have talked over and over again about how good the Dark Knight one is, so we'll go back and do that one. Shame on you? Why on earth would I feel any shame about boosting? Boosting means that tomorrow when I start playing Final Fantasy again, I can just go straight to doing MSQ related fun. As opposed to spending a day or two grinding dungeons, stalling the MSQ. Shall we begin? I assume that as this is your third such experience, you have by now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I would have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incessant gale of screeching wrath. Garuda's essence will be only too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Egg has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. Grind on stream to stall MSQ progress to farm viewers. I mean, it's a great strategy for farming viewers, right? But that's not why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this to farm viewers. I'm doing this because I find the MSQ fun. It is fortuitous and awesome and gratifying that so many people are enjoying my MSQ journey, but I'm not trying to exploit them to the maximum extent I possibly can before it's all over. I'm trying to see how it ends. I'm enjoying the story. I want to see it. After I'm done with the MSQ, then I'll probably level a couple more characters, do all the job quests, do the other side stories that seem entertaining, all of that stuff, but I'm too eager to find out what happens with Graha and the Empire to spend 3 days farming dungeons to level something up. And those of you that are enjoying it will be along with me for the ride regardless. And those of you who aren't will go watch someone else. And everyone will be the happiest they can possibly make themselves through their own decisions. And isn't that wonderful? Some crafting classes quests are best class stories in the game. Listen. It's even conceivable you might convince me to try crafting once. But that's way in the future. And I'm just so skeptical. You're going to have a hard time. This music is so good. You know, I really feel like I've got the hang of the summoner stuff now. 1, 1, 1, 1. It's actually remarkably similar to healing. Wait, why did I fail? What did I do wrong? I'm not even paying attention. What happened? I didn't die. Did Demetra die? What is she doing here if she's just gonna die? That's crazy. The shockwave actually is a big knock. He's actually dying again, by the way. Wow, that did no fucking healing at all. You're cleaving her. She takes damage from my spells? Surely not. Surely not. That sounds fully made up. Boss cleaves. She should get out of the way. Masterfully done, Robin. Garuda Egg's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner for my research. See? She likes it. Take physic off your bar? No. Let us return to Apkalu Falls. I'm sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal. Physic is DPS loss. I know that casting a heal is a DPS loss. That's true. You can't argue with that. Shall I take it off of my Astrologian's bars? Replace all empty bar space with physic. That sounds more like it. That sounds more like it. Guys, look. I'm not struggling for bar space here. You guys telling me if you're doing DSR progression and you're doing Sanctify for the maybe 50th time and it hasn't been fully solved and you haven't figured everything else out and you've literally got nothing to hit and nothing to do and you're sliding along, you wouldn't push physic no matter what? You just wouldn't do it? Even if it might make the difference between you living and dying? Well, I guess that's the difference between you and someone who's wiped 1,689 times in DSR. Because I'll do anything to kill that stupid thing. With the addition of Garuda Egg, you now command 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities has a particular role in which it excels. For Garuda Egg, that role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension at how faithfully the summoned being displays the original Primal's volatile disposition. Experiment with your egg allies, and the most effective use of their individual abilities will soon become clear. You underestimate my wipe count. I have the wipe high ground. I almost pity Tristan when he next chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce the mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Robin. It healed for 400. Okay, like, I grant you that maybe it's shit. I grant you that maybe I won't actually push it. But it's free to have on my bar. And in the situation I'm describing, it's also free to push. I don't know. Are we min-maxing or not? It costs mana that you'll regen anyway while you're AFKing with the boss unable to be hit. It's morale lost. Costs mental. Alright, that's fair enough. Robin, there has been a terrible incident. My poor colleagues at St. Koenig's find murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black robe attacker. Guys, this is exactly, by the way, this is exactly like the argument that I already had, not only with you, but also with Scripe's chat through his stream when we were talking about Astrologian auto attacks. Ladies and gentlemen, in my stream, I try to min-max my 4, and I'm not talking about 4 hits, my 4 damage point auto attacks. Y'all are bitching about physic healing for 1,000 or whatever. Well, I'm doing my best to swing my cards at the boss to get an extra 4 damage per swing. Because it's free! Now, do you think that the kind of guy who sits there slicing the boss for 4 damage per swing isn't going to have a button on his bar that might conceivably 1 out of 1,000 times save someone's life when there's nothing else to hit and you're regenning all the mana anyway, AFK with the boss gone? I'm trying to play perfectly. I challenge you to try to prove to me that physic is less impactful on your health than my auto attacks are on the boss's health. It is. No, it's not. That is simply mathematically impossible. Passive regen is superior in physic. Sure, but it's not either or. I'm not choosing between the two. You can have both. Did it help you? I truly believe that we would not have killed Shiva if I weren't auto-attacking. If you guys remember our Shiva Savage minimum mind level no echo clear, the boss enraged, and the enrage killed 7 of us. She died before the travel time of the enrage got to Zatsi, which means that my auto attacks probably made the difference between her living and dying. And if I'm ever playing Summoner in a fight, and I'm twiddling my thumbs, literally doing nothing whatsoever, my mana's capped, nothing I can possibly push will do any good at all, but I have this heal that will heal for 1% of someone's health, and they're at risk of dying, I'm going to push it. And one time out of 10,000, it will matter that I did. You can have too much healing? You can, but the point I'm talking about isn't a point where you have too much healing. We still occasionally have deaths to sanctify while we're sliding around, dodging all the bombs and the charges. Why wouldn't I slide cast a physic? Scripe got overkilled by 500. You guys remember that? Scripe got overkilled by 500 during that. And if physic heals for 3,000 or whatever you guys said it healed for, that would have made the difference between him living and dying. Are we min-maxing or not? Are we min-maxing or not? You're moving, you can slide cast during that. I typically will slide cast a Helios during the movement. I think you're playing wrong if you're not slide casting that movement as a healer. Guys, it's more than 0 benefit for 0 cost. It's so minimal that I'm not going to criticize you guys for not doing it. I don't give a shit if you have physic on your bar, but I'm trying to win. I'm hyper competitive in these games. I go for world first, where we fight for every single iota of damage and healing that we can conceivably get in World of Warcraft. It's free. In that situation, it is completely free. Costs nothing. And does something. And therefore it's worth doing for me. My poor colleagues at St. Koenig's Find have been murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black-robed attacker. You know as well as I do that Tristan is behind this massacre. He has indeed grown bold or desperate to commit such a brazen act. We should set off to Mordona at once and speak with any survivors. Their compass is a weavable object you have cooldown. Okay, well that, I mean, there's not... The whole reason why everyone ADs while they're playing or jumps between casts is because you're trying to maximize your APM. Alright, let's go deal with this dark summoner who's been killing people who have been helping me. Guys, not only am I right about this from our point of view, but like I want to emphasize, I'm not saying that you guys need to start casting physic or put it in your bar. I don't care one way or the other. But not only am I right about this, but from my point of view, if Scripe were hearing this or Scripe were involved in this conversation, he would be yelling at you guys. If we had a summoner in our group that wasn't casting a heal at the exact moment I'm talking about, he would be like, "You're trolling. Why aren't you casting that heal? Of course you should be casting that heal." Don't you think Roger would love to be able to push something instead of sweeping or playing dead at my feet while I run around? Put it on my bar to fill space. Good for you. And meanwhile, I'll be auto-attacking the boss for 4 damage per swing. I'm absolutely certain the same Dark Summoner whom Ymitra described to us. We were celebrating a recent find, the soul crystal of an Allegan summoner, when a man in black robes suddenly appeared and demanded we surrender the gem. Naturally, we objected to this arrogant imposition, but he simply sneered at our refusal. The next moment, the world exploded into flame. Through a haze of agony, I saw him snatch up the soul crystal from a smoldering body and stride off toward the singing shards. Summoners get auto, and summoners should be autoing between its casts. Autoing is free. As long as you don't let your desire to auto screw up positioning or mess up performance of mechanics, then being up next to the boss, swinging between your casts is just free damage. It's almost no free damage for an Astrologian. If you're not doing it, you're losing a fraction of a % of damage, and no one's going to criticize you for that. But if you're trying to min-max, why not do it? Same for casting a physic when you've got nothing better to do and nothing to hit. That bastard slaughtered my friends. There was no warning, no negotiation. If the gods grant you the chance to exact vengeance, I pray you show him the same mercy he afforded us. Another soul crystal. It makes sense he would shift his attention to a more easily obtainable gem. After all your progress, you would make for a most formidable opponent. I must apologize for not sharing my theory earlier. I suspected Tristan might desire the soul crystal you carried, but didn't want to draw any premature conclusions without sufficient evidence. I'm at a loss, however, to explain why he seeks to collect more of these Allegan relics. We shall have to ask the villain himself after we corner him in the singing shards. Let's be on our way. Alright, let's go confront Tristan. We're bigger and badder than we were before. Looks like it's up in the middle of that fate. You have to right-click the boss to auto. You have to right-click the boss to auto once at the beginning of the pull. And that's it. All done. You just gained a free dozens of damage if you're an astrologian. Thousands if you're a summoner. If he goes away, then you need to click again when he comes down. But clicking is no worse than any other off GCD. You can weave your click in if you need to, or you cannot worry about it. I don't care if you don't worry about it. That's completely fine too. It's unbelievably minor. It's essentially no damage if you're not Astrologian. It's just, you know, an option. Where is this guy? If you want an extra few dozen damage as an Astrologian or a few thousand damage as a summoner, you can do it if you want to. I don't see him. Dismount? Oh. Okay. That was a really helpful tip. That right there, that was a good tip. I recognize this music. I have brought you the soul crystals as promised. Atlassian is involved. What am I witnessing? These appear to be authentic Allegan artifacts. Very well. I shall honor our bargain. From within these gems I will draw forth the memories of the ancient summoners, and the slumbering essence of an elder primal. All the attendant knowledge and power will be yours. Holy shit. Arg. Oh gods. The pain. Ha ha ha. The bumbling summoner and his incompetent lackey make an appearance at last. You think to capture me? Fools! I have orchestrated your every move. You have grown much in the art, it is true. But through the wisdom of the paragons, I now command the power of an elder primal. You made a deal with the paragons? And you call us fools? The Asians will never relinquish their hold on you. A small price to pay. If you could but feel the strength filling my entire being. It is indescribable. I already set up bars on my Dark Knight and Scholar. I think they're ready to do the role quest tomorrow. Hear me, Demon King of Devouring Flame. Feed on my ever-burning anguish and be reborn. The culmination of my sacred duty is at hand. But first, there's one more soul crystal that must be mine. I will tolerate its wasted potential no longer. Alright, this time, Ymitra, if you could please just, not... Right? Just kind of don't, okay? We did it. Ymitra behaved. Don't cleave her. If she'd move out of the cleave, it'd be just fine. By all the memories of Summoners past, I should have been unstoppable. I will sear the disease of beastmen from the face of the land. Deprived of worshippers, the primal that tempered my weak-willed sibling will wither into oblivion. Motive has been identified. So I see my order's records were accurate. Though it was buried deep in the archives, I recently uncovered a report that described how you slew your own brother. He was corrupted during your ill-fated encounter with Ifrit, wasn't he? I imagine your superiors in the Immortal Flames thought it a mercy to conceal that inglorious detail. Once the soft-headed fool had been tempered, there was no saving him, and I took it upon myself to expunge the stain of embarrassment. But my work is left undone. The primal, all primals must suffer for that insult. After I killed my brother, I found myself liberated, my vision clear. No deed was too vile if it promised to add to the power I require. How can you not see? I am the sword of vengeance, and I will wrest that soul crystal from your blasted corpse. Round 2, I believe. Or my goodness, I believe everyone's dead. Good night, Renackerman. Good night. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for hanging out. Rest well. I'm gonna have to stop pretty soon too. I'm not gonna be able to finish the job quest tonight. Maybe go for 45 more minutes. But I gotta get up at a reasonable hour for the Mythic Plus tomorrow. And then MSQing for hours and hours. We're doing Mythic Plus tomorrow from 1300 to 1830 for 5 hours, and then MSQing for at least 7. Seven hours of MSQ tomorrow evening. I'm really excited about it. I wonder which struck the first blow to his sanity. The despair at his brother's tempering, or the guilt from slaying his own kin. Tomorrow is, I think, according to my friends and mods in Leith and Vi, a dungeon questline into role quests into void quests. It's ironic to think that discounting the means our purposes were fundamentally one and the same. A summoner employs the savagery of the primals to conquer the primals themselves. Had Tristan approached us as an ally, we might have found ourselves aiding his cause. Alas, he chose to walk the path of bloodshed. Each vicious act must have pushed the man deeper into madness still. Eventually, the lust for power and vengeance was all that drove him. Twinning quest is short. Then maybe what I'll do... Well, no, it'll be in the middle of the day. Anyone can come watch. I know people are excited about twinning, so maybe we'll play Final Fantasy for a little while, like doing a job quest, and then do twinning when everyone's arrived so they can watch, and then we'll do the role quests. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I just don't want people... I know most people don't want to watch the WoW, but want to watch the Final Fantasy, so I don't want to start the good stuff too soon after the WoW is over. The might of the primals carries with it a burden of responsibility and a measure of danger, but we'll figure something good out. I hope never to see you corrupted by the potent energies you wield, Robin. It's time we return to Apkalu Falls. The Dark Summoner is no more. I believe that concludes a little bit of a chapter, during which we will have gotten all of our primal eggs. And this is the one interesting thing about Summoner is that you could work out different openers depending on like how much movement or what you wanted to happen. If I were a guessing man, I would guess that there's like a standard opener and then variations on it depending on the encounter for specific amounts of movement or mechanical requirements. Yep. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you want to get as much damage as you can inside the buff windows, of course. How are you level 80? I boosted a Scholar. Yeah. Scholar, Dark Knight, and Summoner, plus of course Dragoon, will be my 4 role quest completers tomorrow. Hey, it's Presea! Looking very nice. You play the class with a string of macros? Yeah, you could, but of course no one would, because then you, playing bad in all kinds of ways, including queuing. It is interesting that in place of what other classes have with combos, apparently, as far as I can tell, Summoner's main button is the vast majority of your button pushing. Every Primal changes that button to some other name, but it's the same button. You just keep pushing one. How I would love to declare our troubles at an end, but I fear the Ascian with whom Tristan made his bargain is yet afoot. These so-called paragons prey upon men and women who are at their weakest, speaking honeyed words to lead them down the road to destruction. In this manner they seek to plunge the realm of Eorze into chaos. Oh my goodness, lady, don't I know it. Just fought Emmett yesterday. It's reassuring to know that heroes like you exist to foil their never-ending schemes and foul plots. An outright war against the Ascians looms closer day by day. Thus would I have you armor yourself with this last piece of Evoker's attire. It was discovered at the same dig site whence Tristan seized the soul crystal, and this went Konak's find researchers, grateful for your actions in bringing the murderous summoner to justice, insisted you complete your set. One can never be over-prepared when heading into battle against a paragon. Wear it proudly, Robin. Speaking of preparations, were you aware of the deeper layer of power hidden within your avatars? A technique exists that allows you to tap into the full potential of your eggs. You must have seen Tristan employing this ability. During the final battle with the Dark Summoner, you would have heard a whisper emanating from the Soul Crystal. Nod. Still your mind now, Robin, and you'll hear the voices of the ancient summoners instructing you in their greatest achievement. The true power of the egg will be yours. Hey, Kevin07, good morning. So we're getting in Kindle, enhancing their strikes. It's just a trait. And some summoner's gear. Simpleness makes me switch roles. I understand from chat that they simplified it and did a lot of pruning, and a lot of people are unhappy with it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The simpleness makes it kind of more attractive to me, particularly in a progression environment. If 2 jobs have the exact same utility and do the exact same amount of damage, but one of them is 50% easier to perform on, that one is the better progression spec instantly, because you'll do your maximum damage faster with less attempts, and you'll be less likely to mess up your damage while performing mechanics, and you'll be less likely to mess up mechanics while performing your class. You know? I'm not saying that it does have the same utility. I'm not saying it is as good as Red Mage, but the fact that it's easy is in itself a form of utility. This is something that we actually think about when we're going for World First in WoW, right? You may ask instead of White Mage. I do, and I'm strongly considering changing that for that exact reason. I'm strongly considering swapping to White Mage. Because there have been so many scenarios in the last Savage Tier and DSR, where I have to play good in order to pump out all of my off GCDs during damage windows while also doing sufficient healing, while also resolving mechanics. And while I'm capable of playing good, and as a player, I'm gratified by the opportunity to learn and grow and become a better player. But as a performer trying to kill a boss, it makes more sense that instead of doing P4S and breaking tethers while also doing 2 minutes and healing the damage from the breaking tethers and remembering which tether I need to break and which one I'm in the order and moving and going to the right place, I could just be pushing glare and heal. I think there's a 60 to 70% chance that I'm going to be a white mage next year. For that exact reason. Burst windows during PNAX is when I first started thinking I might be the wrong class. Think it's less fun? It is. You were right. In some situations, sometimes simple is less fun. Not always, but sometimes simple is less fun. I'm pretty sure I'll find white mage less fun, but I'll perform better faster. We'll kill bosses a little bit faster, you know? P3S without macros insanity? Why? That's how we killed it day one. We didn't know about the macro trick yet. I think you overstate the importance on a specific individual fight of a specific button. Ast does have insane tools. Macro Cosmos during Sanctify is insanely good. I love the fact that I can put a buff on everyone and heal them a million miles away. Put Horoscope up, heal them when they're a million miles away. That got great use on P4S. Macro Cosmos, heal them a million miles away. Put an Earthly Star down, heal them a million miles away. Ast has great stuff. But with White Mage, instead of trying to figure out how to get all my damage off GCDs out and heal the raid and perform the mechanics, I could be playing a much simpler job while doing similar amounts of utility and damage and healing. And that's an attractive proposition to someone who tries to min-max. This is the exact same mindset that makes me put Physic on my bar, and the exact same mindset that makes me auto-attack the boss on my Astrologian is the exact same mindset that says I should probably swap to White Mage. This concludes A Realm Reborn's Summoner Quests. Alright, so now we need to do Stormblood Summoner Quests. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. We have done that, and the next quest will be available from Ymitra. Do you guys think I should do that tonight? How long do you think it would take? Because it has been a long stream. We're getting close to where I should think about going to bed. Heavensward, yeah. Sorry, Heavensward. Why are you hiding his face? You're right. Let's fix that. Play what feels best. Absolutely true. Strongly agree with that. I think that is good. I think I would probably prefer to do all the job quests in one sitting rather than split them in half. So I think some sleep, and we come back and do this tomorrow as part of our role quests. Don't know how much stalling you're gonna do? Yeah, always a problem. Don't burn out. You don't have to worry about that. We'll do it tomorrow. Reading a book. Sleep well. Thank you, my friends. Enjoy your bed as well. As a reminder, tomorrow we're starting with World of Warcraft. Feel free to not set your alarms. I'll be swapping over to MSQings at 18:30. And we're going to do twinnings or something, some kind of a dungeon. And then we're going to do role quests. And then we're going to do whatever caused you to say I needed to do role quests. Probably about 7 hours of MSQ tomorrow night. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for the support. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, everyone.